Recording? Yeah. Okay. Hello everybody. I believe we're live on YouTube and Facebook right now. Today we're doing the Ask Me Anything live video about our upcoming study trip. So thank you for joining us on Facebook here and YouTube over there. And I'm just going to first review a little bit about what our summer study trip's about and what's included and what you can look forward to if you are able to join us on the study trip, which I hope you all do. And I know some of you have already applied or are in the process of applying, so Eddie's going to move a little bit there, the YouTube feed. And for those that are still thinking about it or that have questions, I hope to answer all of those for you today. So first of all, what is a study trip? Well, today we're going to be talking about the summer study trip here. It's from July 15th to August 5th next year, 2018. And we're going to talk about what it includes and what you can look forward to and what you're going to learn. So the trip is a 3-week program that includes Korean language courses, accommodations, and activities after your classes. So in the morning, you will enjoy Korean language classes at a premier academy in Gangnam called Lexus Korea. You're gonna get done with class about lunchtime, so from 9 a.m. to about lunchtime. You'll have time for lunch, and then after that, you'll join us for activities, and we'll talk a little bit about those a little later. Everything from Hallyu related activities to cultural or historical related activities, just fun things and interesting things that you'll be able to enjoy while you're studying here in Korea. So as we said, it includes your intensive Korean course at Lexus Korea in the morning, and also private accommodations for you. So everyone will get a mini studio room very close to Lexus Korea. It's within walking distance, so you won't have to spend money on like the subway or bus or taxi. You can just get up and walk your 5 minutes to class in the morning. And as I mentioned, there's a variety of activities we've included, and I'll talk a little bit more about how those are planned out in just a couple moments. But as you can see here, of course, we'll enjoy the great cuisine of Korea. We'll enjoy the history and the culture, and of course, the language and pop culture as well. You can see pictures. We were making kimchi, as well as you see the traditional dancing and drumming, and a picture of a Hanguk village there, and of course very famous food, bibimbap. But of course you'll get to enjoy bibimbap and many more foods if you come join us for the study trip. So the great thing about the study trip is that you can kind of customize it to your schedule and budget or what you'd like to focus on. So let's say you want a little bit more free time and you want to focus on studying more, or if your budget deems it necessary, you can choose the bronze plan, which includes just a few activities and is also at a more affordable price point than the other plans. And of course, they all include the application fee and school lessons and your accommodation, and you can kind of enjoy these 3 weeks as you see fit. If you want to go kind of middle of the road with the activities, you still want to enjoy some activities, but you also want to have free time and focus on your studies, and if we have the silver plan for you, slightly more expensive. And then the all-in plan, all the activities, is the gold plan. It is a little bit more expensive than the other two, but it includes everything you see listed here. The activities might change a little bit, but overall you'll get a very wide variety of experiences and activities when you come on the study trip. And yeah, the price is very competitive, and it includes your lessons, your activities, and accommodation. We're also running a promotion right now, so if you book now and you're able to pay like half the fees before the end of the year, we'll waive the application fee. So You can book now. You can send us an email, as you can see on the feed, at info@gogohanguk.com. And also on Facebook, we have the direct link to the application form, or you can visit our website to read a little bit more detail about the trip. If you go to our website, www.gogohanguk.com, and you click on study trips, you'll go directly to our study trip page, which will bring you to the summer course page, and you can apply there and of course learn more about the study trip there and the different details I'm explaining on the video. So let's go back to just start here. So a lot of people ask, what exactly is the study trip and who is it for? The only real restriction is for us is that for the study trip, this summer study trip, you should be 18 years or older. We do have another study trip for youth, which is for those 14 to 17 years old. But for the summer course study trip, we do ask that you are 18 years or older. So in terms of who is it for, it's for everybody. You don't have to be in college, you don't have to be in high school, you don't have to be working. You can be any age as long as you're 18 years or older, and feel free to come study and enjoy Korea with us during the summer. The payment options, I mentioned the early bird promotion. Otherwise, all the payment fees will be due by May of next year, so the end of May 2018. So you can apply early, and if you need time to pay, then that's fine. You have about 6 months left in case you're worried about getting the money for the trip. You have some time. We do ask that you pay all those fees by that date, and that will ensure you a spot. There are a limited number of spots we can support, so just keep that in mind when you're thinking about applying and when you're thinking about when you're able to pay. In terms of what you need to come to Korea, like visa, passport-wise, most people will not need a visa. Most countries have a visa waiver agreement or visa-free agreement with Korea, to where you can come to Korea anywhere from 30 to 90 days without a visa. You'll just need your passport. If you have questions about that, you can of course email us and we can clarify that for you depending on your nationality. So if you say hold an American passport, you can come to Korea visa-free for 90 days with just your passport. Same thing for EU member countries. If you're a nationality that's part of the European Union, same rule. Canadians, they have even longer. And there are a bunch of other countries that have this agreement with Korea. So more than likely, you will not have to apply for a separate visa to come to Korea. You can just buy your plane ticket and then grab your passport and you're good to go. Let's see. So as we said, there's Korean classes included in the study trip. So many people ask, well, how will Lexis Korea know my level? Or I don't know any Korean, what do I start from? Like, what do I do? Will I be able to understand the teachers? Those are all great questions. And for Lexis Korea, they'll give you a placement test on your first day. So if you know absolutely no Korean, you don't even know the alphabet, that's perfectly fine. You can start from the very beginning class level, which they call foundation, and they'll start you with Hanguk, teaching you the alphabet and basic phrases, and you'll work your way up from there. If you have a background with Korean, maybe you've taken courses in your home country or you've come to Korea before to study, then that's great. You can show them what you know on the placement test, and then you'll be placed appropriately. Most people are placed in like a elementary to low intermediate level when they first start. Unless you've maybe studied extensively, then you can of course be placed higher into an intermediate or advanced level class. At Lexis Korea, they have a very wide variety of students, very wide variety of nationalities and levels, so you'll get to be placed into an appropriate level for you. They will speak probably, 90 to 95% in Korean, even in like the foundation level. That's because immersion and integration into Korea is a good way to kind of jumpstart your learning. Most of the language institutes, you're here to learn Korean, as well as you may have classmates from 7 other countries, so they might not all speak English, they might not all speak Chinese or Japanese or whatever your language is. So starting and right from the get-go with Korean, everyone's on a level playing field, more or less. So you get immersed from day one to start learning Korean. That may be intimidating or kind of scary for some, but trust me, it's probably one of the best ways to start. It's the way I started as well, and I came in knowing very little Korean when I started studying, so you too can do it, and many people at Lexus do it every day. They have new people starting every week. That's the beauty of Lexus Korea. So don't be afraid if you don't know any Korean. Don't be afraid if you know a lot of Korean and you think you won't get placed correctly. They do give you a placement test to properly place you in the right level. So just again, welcome to the Ask Me Anything About our summer course study trip. I'm Nathan, I'm the International Student Coordinator here at Hanguk. We've been helping many students come to Korea these days to study. These days we're supporting schools in 3 different cities, as well as running study trips for people that have maybe time during the summer for a short-term program, but don't have maybe 3 to 6 or even months to a year to study. So we're really happy that you can take advantage of this short-term program and enjoy these activities as well. Let's see. So yeah, a little bit more about the course and your accommodations. Again, the Korean course is taught in the morning from about 9 a.m. to noon. And again, your accommodations are very close to where Lexus Korea is located. Lexus Korea is located in Gangnam, so maybe you've heard of the famous song by Psy, or you've had a conversation and that neighborhood's come up. It's a very famous business financial district, a lot of shopping, and Eddie is, there's a lot going on in the chat here. Here's a question. Hello, I'm from the Dominican Republic, Spanish speaker. I want to know if you have any facilities for Spanish speakers. I'm very interested in the summer study trip. And yes, actually we have a Spanish speaking coordinator, so my coworker can definitely answer any questions for you if you speak Spanish as a first language. So maybe she'll come around here and answer your question in Spanish, or at least say hi. So yeah, here she is.
Hola. Hi. Literally. Hay bastantes como facilidades para los hispanohablantes. Creo que no me veo por una, me veo por la otra. También te invito a que nosotros hacemos estos mismos videos para hispanohablantes. Los hacemos en la página de Google Hanguk para español. Hay bastantes facilidades, gracias. Son básicamente las mismas, o sea, ahora están de los cursos intensivos, son los mismos programas. Lamentablemente para los cursos no se ofrecen en español, tener un poco de conocimiento en inglés también ayuda, pero más que nada para que Nathan pueda seguir y terminar el video, te invito a que puedas consultarnos por la página en español. Y si tienes alguna consulta también no.
For a brief explanation in Spanish. And again, our website is multilingual. You can pick the language in the top right-hand corner. So if you do speak Spanish especially and are interested in the study trip, then yeah, please contact us. And let's see. I want to talk a little bit more about the plans. A lot of people ask about the pricing and what the plans include. So here on the slide, YouTube may not be able to see it, but you can catch it later. We can post the pricing there. The pricing on the screen for at least a Facebook stream is in dollars. However, if you need to know it in, like, say, euro or another currency, then you can use a currency exchange site like xe.com or even Google will convert it for you without ever leaving Google. You can say what is 2,000 US dollars in Korean won, and it can convert it, or what is 2,000 US dollars in euro, or whatever your local currency may be. The pricing is quite good. It includes, again, your accommodation, your classes, and the activities. So we believe it's priced affordably, and people do ask what is not included in the price. So what is not included in the price is your flight, and as well as, like, say you're spending money for your pocket money for, like, say, souvenirs, as well as like money for food, things like that. So at your mini studio that you'll be staying at, you will have some basic necessities. You'll have access to laundry facilities, you'll have access to a shared kitchen, you'll have a bathroom in your room. But in terms of things like food and spending money, money you may need for transportation, using public transportation, that is, that's your responsibility, and that is not included in the price. So I know many of you will be flying from many different countries into Korea, so it's kind of hard to set some ballpark pricing, but normally, like, say from major US cities, during the summer, you're looking at maybe 1,500 US dollars for a round trip ticket, and it really depends on where you're flying from. If you're flying from closer to Korea, like say the West Coast or Hawaii or somewhere like that, then of course the price will be different than, say, if you're flying from Atlanta or New York or Chicago or someplace like that. So I recommend looking at flights early and often. Prices for flights fluctuate. They can fluctuate daily. They can fluctuate based on the season and when you're buying, what day you're looking, things like that. So I recommend looking at flights early and just trying to get an idea of what the price may be, so you can start to budget for that. Are there any other questions, Eddie, from the live streams?
Christina, say hey.
Oh, hi Christina. If you haven't seen the testimonial video we did with Christina, who enjoyed the trip from this past summer, then please check that out on our YouTube channel. It's also pinned in our Facebook post. She gives like a really nice review of the trip and our services as well. So it can give you a really great idea from someone who experienced it this past summer. So we really appreciate Christina coming on the trip and doing the testimonial video with us. And we'll give a shout out to her YouTube channel as well. She made a series of videos about her Korean experience there. So go check out Nana Noms, that's her YouTube channel. And you can see other videos from her Korean experience this past summer, in addition to her testimonial that she did for us. So thanks again, Christina, and we hope to see you back here in Korea soon. Let's see. So for those on Facebook, you've been seeing a couple slides I've been going through. For those on YouTube, again, we can post the same information or links to it in the description later of the video, so you can have the same information and pictures. Again, the application is open. We're running the early bird promotion until the end of the year. So if you submit your application and then pay about half the fees by the end of the year, then we will waive the application fee. So you can save, let's say you're doing the bronze plan, you can save almost 10% just by doing that. So it's a great way to save and a great way to secure a spot, as spots are limited, as I mentioned earlier. So apply as quick as you can, and then if you're able to pay those fees before the end of the year, you can save upwards of close to 10% on the trip. So then the rest of your fees will be due by the end of May 2018, as I had mentioned. We don't ask for your passport on the application trip, or on the application yet. We know that maybe you haven't applied for a passport yet, or in the process of applying for a passport. So as long as you're able to get your passport before you come on the trip, then that's fine with us. And again, the trip dates are from July 15th, 2018 till August 5th, 2018. So after you apply and into next year, that's when we can start asking for, make sure you get your passport, make sure you book your flights. We'll ask you for your flight information so we can make sure you get here all safe and sound, and also make sure that you're not like delayed, or make sure you update your flight times with your accommodations and make sure that they're there to check you in. Don't worry about what time you arrive. We do prefer that you arrive by this date, so you should land by July 15th. If you arrive if you're thinking about coming a little early, you want a little more time, or staying at a little late, then please let us know. But otherwise, these are the core dates, and you need to be in Korea by July 15th, and then you can leave as early as August 5th. And if you want to stay longer and maybe just have some free time or travel around Korea, then that's great. Just let us know. Otherwise, the core dates of the trip are here, July 15th to August 5th. Let's see. For those of you that may come from a country that do need a visa, as long as you can secure that visa before the trip, for like a tourist visa, then that's fine with us. At this time, we can't like sponsor a visa for you, and nor can Lexus Korea, unfortunately. But if you're coming as a tourist and you're from a country that needs a visa to visit Korea, regardless, even if you have a passport or not, or you are just coming for tourist purposes, then please secure that before coming on the trip. On the application, if we see that you're from a country that does need a visa, then we'll tell you and let you know, so that you can apply for that tourist visa accordingly. So again, my name is Nathan. I'm the International Student Coordinator here at Hanguk, helping you live and study in Korea, and today specifically talking about our summer course study trip that's occurring next summer. We run a variety of study trips throughout the year. If your if your nationality or age, or you have any question about anything about the study trip, please let us know and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Normally we get back to you within a day, but we do ask that you give us about like 1 to 3 business days to get back to you. But most of the time I'm able to get back to you in about a day, so quick turnaround. And again, the early bird promotion, if you apply and are able to pay about half the fees by the end of the year, that is 2017, then we'll waive your application fee. So let's say you apply today and we send you the invoice for the appropriate fees. As long as you pay that by the end of the year, that is the end of 2017, we'll waive the application fee. And so that saves you about 10% on the total costs. Say if you're a bronze plan person, and then if you're, say, gold plan, it's a little bit less, but still quite a significant savings. So please do take advantage of that. We do have limited spots available, so the earlier you apply, then you can take advantage of that early bird application and also secure your spot for this coming summer. And maybe Eddie has another question here from the feed. He's detaching his computer. Let's see. Good question. So Anita asks, how do we pay the fee? We have 2 ways you can pay the fee. Probably the easiest way is to use PayPal. We send you a PayPal invoice, and then you can pay that when you're ready. The other way is if you want to do a bank wire transfer. The way we do that is if you ask to pay by bank wire transfer, then we'll send you our bank information, and then you can, of course, send us via wire transfer if you wish. Probably the most convenient way to pay for most people is PayPal. If you pay by PayPal, you can link a credit card or a bank account to PayPal and then pay by that way. So those that may want to use a credit card, that's going to be the way to pay via PayPal. If you want to use a bank wire transfer, it's up to you. We can send you the appropriate bank information. So thank you for that question, Anita. I know many people ask about that as well. Let's see, any other questions for the YouTube feed here? Lorelai said thank you, Pia. So thanks for talking to our audience in Spanish this morning. And yeah, we'll be doing some other live videos, I'm sure, about living and studying in Korea. We did a lot earlier this year, so you can check our live videos also from our trip we took down to Busan and Daegu to join classes there and also to interview our students studying at Shilla University. So we also do other live videos in other languages, so you can check those out on our respective Facebook pages as well as YouTube. We try to upload all our videos on both platforms. On Instagram, we're on Instagram, Google Hanguk. You can check out our Instagram stories. We post there often. We post short videos and of course photos almost daily. So please check us out there and give us a like or a follow. We do try to read all the comments and questions you leave on our social media platforms as well. So if we don't answer you directly with a comment or a response there, then we'll try to do something like a live video to address all the questions we have about something like a study trip or about a specific school. So I believe now we've covered like all of our schools with live videos and promotional videos, and we'll be doing other videos like this to cover our study trips. So I hope I've answered at least most commonly, the most frequently answered or most frequently asked questions to give you a better review of the study trip and how to pay. So payment via PayPal or bank transfer. This study trip specifically is for those 18 and above, although we do have one for Youth Korea, which we've done a live video about as well, for the youth that are 14 to 17. I've explained a little bit about the pricing and the plans, so you can of course choose a plan that is appropriate for you, appropriate for your budget or your schedule here in Korea. If you have some experience learning Korean, then you can take a placement test. And even if you know no Korean, you're still welcome to try and to see where you'll get placed. Don't worry if you don't know Korean yet. You'll start from the very basics and work your way up. Yes, the classes are taught in Korean. Don't worry if you don't speak English. Don't worry if you don't speak any other language, because everyone will be speaking Korean. So you can start getting immersed right from the get-go, right from the start. To come to Korea, most of you will not need a visa. You'll just need your passport. If you are from a country that does need a tourist visa or similar, we can let you know when you apply. And I believe we're coming up on time here very shortly. So thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to helping you apply for this trip and enjoy Korea for 3 weeks during the summer. If you have questions about a longer term period or even shorter than 3 weeks, then please let us know. We can help you out. Again, I've been Nathan. I'm the International Student Coordinator for Google Hanguk. If you have any other questions about the study trips or any other study program we have, any of our schools at all, then please email me and we can get back to you very shortly. Email address is info@gogohanguk.com, website www.gogohanguk.com. There's a contact form there, which you can also use to contact us. And again, we do keep up with all of our social media comments and questions as well. So thank you very much for joining us this morning in Korea, or have a good night or good day wherever you may be in the world. And we'll talk to you very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.